Heyo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Potter with Grandmaster Glass, your home for glassblowing. I forgot to say that last episode. Hopefully, you guys are having a fantastic day. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Tell all your homies about the channel. Help us grow. So, I've also changed some settings on the camera. Let me know if you think it looks better. I thought it did, so improvements are always nice. So, recently, I have made a new marble. Actually, stepping back, just update for the day for what's going on, getting ready for Glass Vegas, day by day, getting closer and closer, getting all of my equipment ready. I'm going to take a couple cameras, take a couple different filming things, some lights, some tripods. So just collecting all of my tools that I'm going to be taking with me so I can take the best possible videos, best possible content for you guys. And I've actually ordered a microphone, a portable microphone for the camera for my phone. And I'm actually going to try to maybe do some artist interviews. The format that I think I want to do is I want to interview them, get their audio, their what they're saying, and then while they're talking, film their booth and film their glass. Not at the same time, just kind of record them talking and then separately record their booth. Then afterwards I'm going to make a video and kind of combine the two. So sometimes interviews can be somewhat boring, just sitting and watching the interviewer and the interviewee. And yeah, so that's going to be my approach. Just try to do something different, the same but different. And recently now I made a new marble. Really stoked on this one. So I've got some videos. I'm gonna pop them up on screen. But I have a coworker who is really into cows, and she's always talking about them. Has lots of little cow print things. Then I actually needed some hand lotion, and I ended up getting some lotion, some organic lotion called Utterly Smooth. And so like the entire container was cow print. And it just got me inspired. I thought it was really cool. I know there's a few people that do animal print stuff. Spiller Woods does like all the cool cat print things. Then Robertson Glass, he does kind of like giraffe stuff. Then we have Rob Morrison, he does Cookie Monster things, and then also bulls. So he does like cow bulls, and from time to time there will be cow prints on them. But yeah, not just a direct rip or a direct grab off of somebody else's technique. I just kind of busted it out on my own approach. I don't know, I'll tell you guys how I did it. I also have like one video, one little snippet of making it halfway through, and just pulling off of just different things that I've seen on the internet, just trying to gather knowledge. I've noticed people will make blanks and then sleeve them and then they ball them up. I did make that blank. I did end up balling it up, but I didn't sleeve it. So next time, having that layer of clear, I think creates a little bit of protection. I think it just makes it better, makes it look better. Having that barrier, that clear optics that kind of separate the glass. Also, sometimes colors are imperfect, like the white sometimes can bubble or be rough, just depending on how you work it, and I'm not always the most skilled, so sometimes having that clear layer over color gives you a little bit of a buffer. Sometimes it's not even possible to work the color without sleeving it, so that is something. But the way I actually started the pendant was, or not the pendant, the marble was, I saw Salt Glass actually make a pendant one time online, and he took a ball of clear and then basically coil potted around it. And I just thought it was the coolest, easiest approach, like saving on color. Like, why ball up an entire thing of color when you can have the core of it be clear? And so that's what I did here. I balled up, I made a cylinder of clear, and then I striped down it with white. And then I also used the torch talk technique that I got from Mike Mason, that while you're striping glass, not just laying it down, but also spinning the glass. So just pulling a couple different techniques into this, and then I just kind of conceptualized how I would approach it and putting down the black and then just kind of balling it up. The udder on the bottom, I just thought was the cutest little part. I thought that up at the end. I had like this much of blush that I've been saving for, I don't know what. I guess it was this. So somehow having this inanimate object feel like it could be an actual like little cow, just being super silly and goofy. Yeah, I just thought super awesome. So this is going to be my pocket vibes at Glass Vegas. I think that's going to be super awesome. I'm going to try to make a few more things and see what I end up taking with me just for fun. So, yeah, that is pretty much the update on me, what's going on here in the studio. The other thing for today's video for you guys, what I had prepared to speak about, to just chit-chat, just chop it up about, was if you use somebody else's technique, do you need to pay them? And what I mean is just, so I like to, the way I was honestly taught in high school was you copy the masters. And so there's a lot of reasons why I named myself, my moniker is Grandmaster Glass, but copying the masters, taking their technique, and then improving upon it. And so do you feel if you were to directly copy somebody's technique, whether this is really applies to all things in life, not just glassblowing. If you take somebody's technique, do you feel obligated or is it necessary to compensate them for their technique? Do they own that style, if you will? Because I know early on, like 2012, 2013, I actually saw this artist. He tried to start making rubber duckies. And if that guy just did not get completely bashed day in and day out until he just stopped making them because the community was not accepting of him copying somebody's technique or idea. And it was just a really interesting thing to watch go on. Like I said, I like to pull from everybody I see, from everybody from Instagram, trying to pull different techniques, try to challenge myself. It inspires me. That is what inspires me, is just looking on Instagram and seeing other art, because I don't have a constant stream of just art exposure, glassblowing exposure. So it's wrapped up into a lot of things, but glassblowing itself has been around since 2000 BC, longer. It's been around for 4,000 plus years. And so there's a saying, steal like an artist, and the chances are at this point that an idea is original. It's crazy, especially when working with a medium that is so widely used and for such a long period of time. But I just think it's crazy to think about how long glass has been around, how many styles have been attempted, how many styles have been created and forgotten about. So yeah, just one of those things. If you use somebody's technique, is that fucked up? Is that messed up? Do you owe them something? Do you thank them? Do you give them credit? I love giving people credit and shout outs if they've inspired me. So many people, I know Kabuki was one time was in an interview and really did not like copiers. Had a kind of a really negative line of things to say about it. And then years later, he came back with a more positive outlook and had a much better attitude. And yeah, that was like on I think it was a Torch Talk video that I saw him. He had a separate video where he had an interview where he had that really negative approach, talking about how nobody has original ideas, everybody's copying him, all these things. And then later on, he does a demo at the Corning Museum of Glass, and then Torch Talk, a couple other people, somewhere in there, and he had a much better attitude when he was in an interview, talking about how he was honored and it was cool to inspire people and to give them techniques. And even his technique isn't original to him, and so he was inspired, even though there wasn't Instagram, there wasn't all this knowledge and information at his fingertips because of the internet. Even it wasn't 100% original. It's pulled from nature. It's pulled from life, even, because it's inspired by flowers. But alrighty, yeah, that was a good little ramble for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Super stoked on my maybe I'm gonna call them Moo Marbles. I thought it was kind of funny. So yeah, Moo Marbles, Glass Vegas coming up, new oxygen tank happening, and we're getting cranking. 2024 is looking good. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. Let me know. Get that conversation started. Most important thing. Help the algorithm. Let everybody know. And give me your thoughts down below. Get that conversation started. I read all the comments. And I'm interested to hear what you have to say. So, until next time, guys. Never stop evolving.